Hey man, say man, welcome back to another couch conversation with Montana, man. Say, my boy had asked me some shit about prison or whatever, whatnot. Hey man, you know, y'all spent a lot of time in the side of there, man. But he asked me, had I ever been bumped with a sex offender? You know what I'm saying? With somebody who had a real messed up case. Yeah, man, I went to thinking about it, and at one point in time I did. It didn't last long, you understand me? But I was bumped with one. You know, first day he come in, I was on stage, and a lot of people only talk about Ferguson unit. I have been on Ferguson unit as well. They've made it possible. OG Percy has made it popular where people talk about the Ferguson unit. It is an ID unit. It is stomped down at times. Yeah, but you know, sometimes they call it Freaky Ferguson too, because there's some freak shit going on over there. But I have been on Wild Styles, you understand me? I spent a lot of times on Styles unit, and I'm not talking about over there on 3 building where the catch-outs is at. I'm not talking about out in the dorms where everybody is living good and is overstood and it's like Hollywood Walk of Fame. I mean over there where you're locked up in chains. I'm over here on 8 building. You see, I'm on K-Pod, closed custody, locked down, man. Yeah, say, well, anyway, back to what I was telling you. Hey man, yeah, I watching through the door one day, you know, because when the laws come into the D space, because there's 3 sections around, yeah, I see him walking in with this dude. Hey, so my next door neighbor like, hey fool, you ain't got no silly, right? I'm like, nah. He's like, man, he finna come into this pod, bro. I was out by the in the cage, finna go to the infirmary, and I seen him saying they was gonna bring him down here to K Block. And he coming on 1 section, or it's coming on 2 sections. So I'm the only one that's up there that ain't got a celly. I don't want no celly, because I want to do what I want to do inside my cell. Hey man, why did they walk in here with this little dude, man? He was a little Hispanic dude. So I went to scanning him off the muscle to check out his tattoos. You know, I want to see if he got the Houston Astros star, the Houston Oilers oil thing on him, or I want to see, you know what I'm saying, if he got a WT on him, or if he got a certain area code on him, because I want to see who he aligns with, who he runs with. But my partner told me, say, boy, he got a messed up case, boy. He was over there on 3 building or 4 building, bro, when I was in population. Me at this time, I had never been in population the whole 5 years I've been on the unit. I've been back here riding on 7 and 8, medium and closed custody the whole time. So I don't know this cat, you know what I'm saying? I've never been over to Wonderland. Man, why when they bring him up to the cell, I say, oh, he ain't coming over here, but they must be gonna move somebody out the cell next door. Nah, she gave somebody a mattress or something in the cell next to me. Oh, he come to the cell door, he looking all skitsy, you know what I'm saying? So as soon as he come inside the cell, they roll the door, I hold it up. Hey, where he going, man? Yeah, you gotta put him in the cell with his people, man. It's some essays down the run. Yeah, it's another essay down the run. I don't think he got a silly. Talking about his silly going on train, he coming back. Y'all need to put him up in there. You know what I'm saying? So he was already looking kind of scared. You understand me? So they was like, nah, man, let him come up in the cell with you, or we finna roll you up out of here at this time. I don't want to get up out my cell. My cell don't jack. I done switched the wires around. It show green in the picket. So I let him come up in the cell. So soon he get in the cell, they lock the door. Soon they walk off, I push him on the chest. Hold up. Say, man, what you up in here for, bro? Why are you in here, man? I done heard some messed up stuff about you. What's your name, first and foremost? Oh, my name is Gabriel. My name is Gabriel. I say, man, what they call you in here, bro? Because I ain't calling nobody no Gabriel. You understand me? I ain't calling you what your mama call you, bro. What's your name? People call me Gabe. People call me Gabe. Right then, it was an inkling in my mind. He's a freak. Yeah, he is a freak. So I done already pushed him up against the cell door. I done told him, I said, say, man, take off your shoes, bro. We don't wear no shoes inside the cell. Take off your shoes. Yeah, he take off the shoes. He been down. He ain't even look at me. I wanted to knee him in his face right then, but I didn't. Yeah, he had 3 bags of commissary with him. Then he had some bags of books. We on closed custody. That's like gold in here. You understand me? So I tell him, I say, fool, you got the top bunk, but man, go sit down over there on the bench, man, so we can chop it up, man. What you in here for? I have an assault. I say, you sure it ain't an aggravated sexual assault? Since you're talking about aggravated assault, because you don't look like you can assault nobody but a child, a woman, or somebody who is smaller than you. Yeah. So he tell me, he's like, no. I said, where your paperwork at? Where your paperwork at? He's like, I have my court files. They're in my books. I said, man, you need to get them out right now. You understand me? He was like, no, yes, it's a sexual assault, but the girl, She looked it like she was 21, but she was only 16. I said, whoa, in my head. I didn't say that loud, but it was out. In my head, I was like, oh, yeah. I said, man, this is how this is going to go right here. You going to tell all the essays out here what you in here for. I said, are you in the game? Who you run with? He said, I don't run with anyone. I don't run with anyone. I say, now you run with me. Yeah, now you run with Montana. Yeah, you running with Montana now. So look, check that's how this gonna go, bro. Whenever we go to Stoke, you know you take care of the business, man. We gonna eat. At this point, I've been locked up 5 years. I ain't even went to commissary, but I was happy he was in there. Yeah, because I'm gonna get to eat every day. Yeah, you got 3 bags of commissary. We good in here. Not you, but we. You understand me? Yeah, so I ran them down there. Hey, look, man, you gonna wash the floors Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. You gonna sweep it out. You gonna soap it up. You gonna put Crystal Light on the top of your commissary list so you can keep this cell clean. You clean them sinks out. Hey, man, we run a laundry service now. He says, you run I said, no, we run it. You understand me? I run the money. You wash the clothes, man. This is what's going on around here. Anybody need their clothes starched, you gonna do it. You understand me? So, yeah, man, I had a great time in that cell with that young man. You understand me? He was a little older, but I think at this time I was probably about 25, 24. Yeah, he was about like 32, small dude. You understand me? Old rapist. So I handled him real rough. The whole time he said he was trying to kite himself out. But at this time we had a lieutenant that worked over there. I think his name was LeBlanc. Yeah, Lieutenant LeBlanc. Yeah, I was there when he was an OJT. So me and him real cool. Then you had a captain named Broussard. Yeah, so they telling me, hey man, he trying to kite up. I said, no, y'all leave him here. Yeah, y'all leave him up in the cell. He got to stay up here because I need my clothes washed. My pocket them trying to get starched down. But when they go to visit, they need their jumpsuits icy white. Yeah, man, he stayed up in that cell. I handled them. Then they made some shit. What that shit called there? They got the rap. They made Priya. So I slid back. Yeah, I had to slide back, but I handled them the whole time, man. Sex offenders get no love. The essays used to be like, man, give him to us, bro. He's our gente or people. He's our people. I said, no, he my people now. Yeah, he my people. Yeah, that was my son. That was my son. He was my son for a whole year. You understand me? Yeah. I used to read his letters and everything. Yeah. What are you sending out? I want to know what you're sending out. Yeah, you want to touch them little girl? If you don't want to get touched on, you make sure we eat, what's that shit called? The little beach everything? Yeah, make sure we got turkey bites. Yeah, we want chili, turkey bites. I want the big tuna. You understand me? Hey, look, I was doing so bad in there for all that time, bro. You know, didn't nobody mess with me when I was in jail. They didn't mess with me. You understand me? My people didn't send me nothing. I didn't have no homeboys sending me nothing. None of that. It wasn't no love for Montana when he was locked up. See, this was before I was with my wife, too. You understand me? So, yeah, I had some other girl that I used to talk to back in the day. She wasn't doing nothing. She was out there having babies. So, at this point in my life, it's like it was ordained for me to handle this old Rudy Poo that came in my cell. I wasn't giving them to the Mexicans. The white boys wanted to buy them. You know what the white boys was going to do to them? Yeah, the white boys was going to make them their girlfriend. Yeah. So I don't condone homosexuality, the LGBT. I didn't condone none of that. I do not condone none of that. So I wasn't going to let them go to the white boys. Them ABs and them ACs, them area circles and the area brotherhoods. Yeah, they were gonna change the thing. They gonna change the thing together. No. On that unit, on Styles unit, Tungo was not with none of the booty stuff. They was not with none of the booty stuff at all. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. You understand me? No. Tungo did not mess around. The area brotherhood, the area circle, they had wives over there. They wanted to make little Gabriel into little Gabrielle. Yeah, Gabrielle. They wanted to turn him to Gabrielle. I said no. I was not standing for that. I was not gonna let him get raped. No, I wasn't. You understand me? After I got shipped off the unit, I don't know what they did to him. His name was probably Gabriel. So yes, for about a year, I was housed with a sex offender. I only had to have a physical altercation with him one time, two times. I had to slap him one day. I had to. I didn't want to. I don't condone bullying, but I had to slap him one day because I had got a letter. I had got a letter from my daughter that day. I got a letter from my daughter, Kiera. I think she was about 9 or 10. She wrote me a letter, tell me, Daddy, I love you and I miss you. So I took it out on him. Yeah. Because that was somebody's daughter. Yeah, that was the only letter I had got from my daughter at the time, so he didn't get whooped very often. Because I got that letter and I had to whoop him. I had to let him know. Yeah, don't ask me who this letter from. Yeah, don't ask me who this letter from. And another time, I had to slap him because I walked in the cell, but I was showing pictures to my partners one day. Yeah, I was showing pictures to my partner, but I left my photo album on the table. You know, at these shoes, I'm staging, they got the two shelves up there. Why when I come back in, my photo album on the shelf? Oh, he messed up. I roughed him up. I did more than slap him. Yeah, don't touch mine. Don't touch mine. Then another time I had to muff him because he didn't clean the floor good. I seen some dust bunnies under the bed, and then he didn't buy no Tide washing powder so that I could wash my shirts from commissary. He know his mama sent that money for us. Yeah, sex offenders get no love, bro. Yeah, they get no love inside of the penal system. Yeah, I done been around a whole bunch of them that got handled real bad. You know what I'm saying? But I think right now in the prison system, bro, they don't even care about that. Most of the sex offenders that go to the God pod, yeah, they get to worshiping Jesus and go to church real bad. The Muslims are not accepting those sex offenders. But you know, even the gangs now, when it's socially acceptable, it's socially acceptable. Yeah, you got sex offenders who are Crips, Bloods, and all kind of stuff, man. Yeah, most of them dudes be gay anyway. Yeah. So they make them their wives. Yeah, they become somebody's woman. Most sex offenders who take from a woman go in there and give to a man as a woman. Yeah, they sure do. But what's going on, man? What you want to talk about today? So I had to throw that out there.
What was for people that don't know, what was the rule that changed that made you so you got to back up off of them? Where they had a protective thing over them?
Yeah, they got some stuff called PREA. Yeah, the PREA gonna get you 30 to 40 years. If they go to them and they tell them that you extorting them, or that you making them pay, or making them ride with you, or, you know, some dudes down there is sneaks and freaks and they sexually assault other inmates. Yeah, they are gonna get a life sentence in there. They done made it real good for sex offenders and all kinds of stuff in there, man. PREA, they gonna get you some more time. If you don't want that more time, but the people who got the life sentences, they don't care. Yeah, they don't care at all. They down there doing all the freak stuff. Yeah, every unit I went on, bro, I ain't gonna lie, bro. Sexual assaults, they don't really happen as much. People don't per se take it from these dudes. Most of the gangster dudes that you notice out here right now, they get down there, they become sneaks and freaks and they get that butt away. Yeah, they give it away. Yeah, they get down there and they have a wife or a husband. Yeah, it really don't matter. They try to say they not gay because they're the man in the relationship. They not the one that's wearing the tight jumpsuit with the cool-offs on their lips, so they say they not gay. I just always thought that if you played offense or you played defense, you was still a Dallas Cowboy. You feel me? Yeah, that's how I feel about it. Yeah. Whether you're catching the pitch or you're still a Texas Ranger, you understand me? Yeah, you in the game. That's what they call it, in the game. Yeah. Yeah, it be blacks, Tongos, and Crips, Bloods. Yeah, they all freaks down there, man. Yeah. They get down there where it's socially acceptable.
Yeah, give us a story about something you seen that kind of messed you up, bro. Like
I done seen a lot of stuff in prison that messed me up. I done walk past the cell, you know, you just walking down the run.
No, I'm talking about like a.
Yeah, shit.
I know.
They're a little straight when you walking down there.
None of the freaky shit. You know, that's the movie shit. Like I'm talking about. Like my cousin said, he seen somebody get their head split with a
man. No. Hey, man, I got a scar on my head right here. This big old scar. That's a fan motor.
Oh, somebody did it to you?
Yeah. Did it to my stupid ass. You hear me? Yeah. Did it to me. But you gotta think about it. Hey, bro. For like the first 6 years, I was in prison that time for 6 years, man. For like all of my prison runs, I was always real little. I was tall, you know, you've been knowing me for a while, man. I used to just be a tall, skinny kid. Look like Afro Thunder off the boxing game. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? But I always been able to fight. You know, some people grow up, they play Little League football, and that's all they did. Well, I grew up, Chewy was my pops, so, you know, we boxed. You know what I'm saying? So I always had an edge over a lot of people. So I went down there and started exerting my dominance. Yeah, if you was in my weight class, you got thrashed. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but it was one dude, he was kind of quiet, man, and I had a big homie out of Fort Worth, man, free DT. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, my bro DT was rocking with me. He big old black gorilla looking at nigga, you heard me? So, but I'm punching shit down. So whenever I'm punching shit down all the time, he was always on the sideline in case a big nigga wanted to try it or I thought I couldn't handle him. But I punched the nigga down one day, I give it to him, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I go talking crazy to the whole party. Yeah. Matter of fact, I remember 2 weeks ago, you wouldn't let me borrow $1 so I could buy me a cigarette. come out here. You know, if somebody calling you out, you gotta come to that flow. So I just start calling shit out and flushing shit. You know what I'm saying? I called this one dude out from the south side of Houston. You understand me? He wouldn't come. He said, man, I'm not trying to get in no trouble. Woo, woo, woo. I slapped him. Bow! I was on the second floor. I went up to the second floor, called him out. Loud though, so everybody can hear us. We gotta come down there. When I slapped him, bro, when I slap him, he don't come downstairs, he go inside the cell. You understand me? But I ain't noticed it because I run downstairs up under the TV like, I'm finna do it to him in front of the whole party. Man, he come down there, man. I ain't even see it, bro. I ain't even see it, bro. I ain't even see it, bro. Yeah, he hit me right here in the top of the head with that fan motor. I got stunned.
So he just had it dry in his head, it wasn't wrapped up in nothing?
Nah, bro. He didn't have it wrapped up in no sock or nothing, bro. When that fan motor hit me, everything went blurry, blood went down my face, and I was out of it. But my partner DT knocked him out though. My partner DT knocked him out, came over there to me, they kind of shit me back. I didn't go to the infirmary. They put me inside the cell, cleaned me up, man.
So
but
you
I
got cleaned up by your inmate partners?
I had to. I couldn't do nothing.
He gets a case.
I couldn't do nothing. And my hands was all bruised. You know, they gonna come
Did you
down
thought you was
and
gonna die?
Did I think I was finna die? No, because I didn't think I was finna die, but I was bleeding like mud. Because the fan motor got a long screw on it. You know, they use the whirlwind fan. Got a long screw on it. I think that's what hit me, the part where the screw come out at. It's messed up. I got a long scar right here. I got hit with a fan motor. I done got cut 2 or 3 times. I done been inside the riots. I done been inside the riots where it's the blacks and the Mexicans or the blacks and the whites. I was on a unit called Torres unit. It's an ID unit, but it doesn't have G5. It's not a big ID unit. You know what I'm saying? It's an ID unit, but it's a small one, right? I was on Torres unit, man, and this was the gang banger unit. If you was a gang banger and you got G4, they was sending you over here. They was sending you to Torres unit. Man, the second day I get on it, it's a riot. All the super tough dudes, that was third day, but all the super tough niggas, the niggas who acted very, very tough and ain't nobody gonna mess with me, did all the shadow boxing in the day room, was talking about what they'll do to them. When them little 4'2", 4'11", 5'1", 5'3", little essays was on their rec yard and they went to going by the gate and grabbing them little pieces of metal. Bro, you should have seen all these big black stocky niggas climbing up the fence. About to die trying to get up that barbed wire. They trying to get up there to get away from it. Little essay jumping. Come here. They was scared as hell. Man, they was scared. You understand me? Hey, I was thinking to myself, man, I need to get me one of them. I gotta get me one of these knives out their hand. But when they start hitting us with the gas, everybody start crying and drooling snot out their nose and throwing up on their clothes. But all the super tough niggas was running. I seen them. I seen them. So I used it against them every time I could. Every time I got into it, one nigga. I remember when you started running, nigga. I done been in a couple of them rides, man.
So you can't say you seen people die inside of prison?
Man, to be honest with you, man, as far as like somebody getting stabbed up, I've only seen that happen one time.
Did it hunt you a little bit?
The person that got stabbed up and died, I only seen that happen one time, but I done seen people get stabbed a lot. You know what I'm saying? Everybody done put in some type of work. Styles unit was wild. You know what I'm saying? So, you would have had to put in some wet work. You know what I'm saying? Little wet work ain't gonna hurt nobody. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you ain't got nobody out there fitting for you. You might have to go hit you a lick and hurt you like the world. We gonna run down on you. We ain't got the blick, we got that knife. You understand me? Square business. You better have your knife. Why was it? I done seen one person die, man. I did 5 years with him too. He was cool, bro. He was I think he was in Texas Seneca or something like that. He was in one of the Hispanic families, what they call the farmhouse. He was in one of the Hispanic families, you know what I'm saying? So you gotta do what they tell you to do. I think they told him to do some crash out shit like 4 days before he's about to discharge. They wanted him to go put that iron on somebody, and he just kind of like stayed ducked out. He was over with me and my partner DT smoking cigarettes and joints, talking about how he's finna get out, and he was gonna leave Texas and go back home to Chicago. You know what I'm saying? With his family had moved to Chicago, so he was gonna go out there. Bro, he was 5 or 4 days away from going home. Bro, when I tell you, three little essays came on that pod. We was on the second row. I'll never forget it. We was on 2-section K-pod up on the second floor. You know what I'm saying? Right by the 2 showers, right? You know what I'm saying? I had just came out the shower with the square. You know what I'm saying? I had lit it up inside of there. We was smoking right there by the showers up under the stairs, bro. You understand me? When the essays came up, I thought they had to do some business. You know what I'm saying? So I just moved out the way and went over to like, I think that's 34 cell or 32 cell, whatever it was on the 2 row right there. I went over there by that cell and I was smoking with one of my white partners. I let him hit the square or whatnot, because he always looked out for me. You understand me? Bro, all you heard is, pinche, puto, te mato. Yeah. Niggas was saying all that shit. They was speaking in Spanish. You understand me? And all you heard was them feet squeaking. I said, man, they getting it on. I ran down the ran down the run back there by the shower. Bro, they was sticking the fuck out that nigga ass. Sticking the fuck out of him. You understand me? You know what I did?
Mind your business.
Yeah, I went right inside the next cell that I seen open and shut the door. Yeah. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, I wasn't no protection agency. Yeah. I went into the first cell that I seen open. I went in it and I closed the door. They got cameras. They gonna sue, got them. You understand me? They locked down the unit, bro. Bo died, bro. Man, it was blood that had congealed in the corners, bro. It was so thick that you could pick it up like jelly, bro. And it had a crazy copper smell, bro. He bled. He's a big old dude, bro. Nigga bled so motherfucking much, bro. They stabbed him up and died. He died. I had seen many people get stabbed. I done stuck a couple niggas. You know what I'm saying? Because like I told you, I was real small, but I had a crazy mouth on me. So if I couldn't beat you with these right here, I'm going to put that iron on you. Yeah, I'm going to put that iron on you for sure. I done got into it with the Crips, the Bloods, all the blacks, every black on the unit. They said that I was selling knives to the ops. Yeah, they said I was selling the knives to the ops. They gonna tell me, why are you selling knives to the Bloods? That's what the Crips said. And then they got the blood speaker to come over there. They like, why are you selling metal objects and knives to the Mexicans and the whites? You know what I told them? I looked them dead in their eyes. I tell them y'all ain't gonna buy them. Shit, I'm around here hungry and musty. I've been using tooth powder as deodorant. Yeah, people always talk about they done bad in jail. What do you know about using tooth powder? If you've been to Texas prison, tooth powder is deodorant. Yeah, I've been putting it under my arm because it got baking soda on it because I ain't got no money on my boots. Then you use the tooth powder to brush your teeth with the energy toothbrush and it make your breath even more funky. That's how I've been living. So that's why I sold it to him, nigga. What do you want to do? I pull out that knife, bro, it ain't even like that. Yeah, don't come questioning me about nothing I'm doing so I can survive in here, nigga. Yeah, mad at me, nigga. I don't give a damn about no black. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a damn about no black, nigga.
Yeah, out of all the times you've been locked up, have you ever seen the sentencing process where a nigga just got like a hell amount of years and they just break down for real?
Bro, once you get to prison, you already done left the county. They breaking down. Most of that done been done. Yeah. One thing I notice about people that get a lot of time, bro, who they really are is gonna come out. If you've been a my bad. If you've been a homosexual, undercover, down low brother, they give you 50 years. You might put a dress on. You might go marry the little white homosexual over here, call it your wife, and be living your life every day with them. You understand me? But I done seen people get so stressed out that they hang themselves. Yeah, I just seen them, if that's what you mean by breaking down, because you ain't gonna too much do no crime because somebody else gonna do a little bit of trying, if you know what I mean. Yeah. I done seen them get all their time, then they turn homosexual, so they say, I think they've been homosexual the whole time before they ever came down here. I done seen them have all their time, man, get one of them time sheets in, and it just got all nines on it, where it say LIFE, and then they hang themselves. You know what I'm saying? Or they be the crash out for the unit, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so you down there with niggas that got 5 years in life, all at the same time.
You might have 5 years, you in a cell with somebody that got a life sentence. You know what I'm saying? One of my best friends I ever had in my life, I met him in prison on my last bid. I had a 4-year non-ag sentence, right? He had 35. Then I had a cellie that had 75. You know what I'm saying? Then I might have a little partner who got 30 years. Man, I done seen youngsters in there who got 40 years and don't even know it. Been in here 4-5 years, but don't even know how to read their time sheet. Think, I'm finna come up for parole. Nah, bro, you gotta do 15 more years now. They break down and don't talk and don't eat, which was cool by me. Yeah, give me your chicken tray, nigga. You ain't hungry. Yeah, give me the chicken tray. Yeah.
Man, that's crazy. That sucks.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Prison ain't for everybody. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Ferguson unit got real small cells, bro. So if you're not used to being in a small space, you might not want to get sent to that ID unit or try to catch out from there. And if you catch out, they gonna know when you get to your next unit that you'll catch out. Yeah, Ferguson unit, real small, red brick unit. You understand me? 2 bunks, table. You understand me? 1 shelf up in there, toilet. Yeah, about half the size of your normal closet. Walk-in closet is half that size, man. I know that if I done like this, I could almost touch both walls at the Styles unit, but on Darrington, I can never touch both walls. Yeah,
Yeah, I'm gonna ask you this, bro. I done called you a few times, and you be in your closet, guy. You think you still institutionalized a little bit?
I wouldn't say that I'm institutionalized, but that's like my quiet place. That's where I think it. But to an extent, I carried a lot of things that I done in prison. I carried them back with me to the world. You know what I'm saying? Everything that I brought from prison wasn't bad. You know what I'm saying? I learned to respect people. I show respect, right? You know what I'm saying? So I can get some in return. You feel what I'm saying? I'm not a disrespectful person. I'm not a dirty person. If you've ever been to an ID unit and you've been around real stomped down convicts, we not letting nobody be dirty. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm gonna clean up after myself. I'm gonna respect the people around me. I'm gonna demand respect for the things that I have as well. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, some things I did carry in prison. I wouldn't say that I'm institutionalized because even when I was in prison, I understood that my physical body was incarcerated, but my mind wasn't. You feel what I'm saying? But I got some habits that are still the same. Sometimes I knock out the table whenever I'm done eating or only certain foods that I do eat. What else? I always sit with my back to an entrance. I don't care where we're going. You know what I'm saying? I'll be out to eat with my whole family. I look at the exit points, you know what I'm saying? Because you never knew when a ride was going to pop out. I was going to see how I can get up out of the mix and put my back to a wall. So I always try to sit with my back to a wall or where I can see the entrance, who's coming in that door. Because you don't know when you on one of them ID units, people fall out of place all the time. I got an op who over on 4 building. He done came across the crash gate. Then came over to mine and he's coming to do business. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, what was the biggest change on one of your bids when you came home and the world was different? Can you remember that time?
Yeah, man, I done done a lot of time in institutions because I started out young. I started out with TYC to TDC. Before TYC, I got sent to all kind of placements. U Village in Houston, Texon Management in Virginia. I've been sent to Pennsylvania, so I've done stints a year here, a year and a half here, 9 months here, all my whole life, 5 years here, 6 years here, 3 years here, stuff like that. But the changes that I was locked up when they tore down the whole community on the north side of Arlington, Peachtree, when they tore down all the apartments, Westwood, Rosewood, all that, when they tore down and they built the Dallas Cowboys Stadium, and that was right there. That was mind-boggling, and they tore down the King's Inn and all the hotels that were on the back street, that right there. This last bid I just did, where I did 2 on a 4. I came home and the whole 161 in Grand Prairie had everything on it, you know what I'm saying? The jails be different. I went to jail one time, they had a new jail when I got out. Big old downtown, well not downtown, but 161, all the Walmarts and all that, none of that was there. All them apartment buildings, they built new streets all back there, streets, somebody say the street, I'm like, I know every street in Grand Prairie. They say the name, I don't know where it's at. They showed me, I'm like, that was a field. But that's how I go right there.
What about technology-wise? Like, I had some homeboys go in with the touchscreen. What was brand new to everybody, the fatback TV.
Yeah, I was in prison when it was just regular prime codes, and then they went to the Razor was the big phone, and then there was a drop of phones came in, and one of the big homies in there, man, free my partner Gorilla 6, man, out the 6th Ward, New Orleans, man. He got a license, been doing a bid, man. Leonard Steele, man, free him. Yes, I mean, he was on Styles unit with me. He had it locked up. He had a shipment that was coming in for the phone, bro. And he was like, man, you go pick it up for me. You can get a phone. You got to understand that I had to go pick this up in the child hall. We're on closed custody. But you know, I kept a 2-piece set. We wore 1-pieces back there. Kept a 2-piece under the bed and kept a broom. A push broom is a Cadillac in there. So, you know, I throw it on, pop my door, go to the door, hit on the window. They think I'm exercise. They let me out. I walk right into the back of the kitchen. The law lady who was working with them, you understand me? Yeah, she give me the drop. I push the cart back down like I'm feeding closed custody. You give me this drop, man. Later on, he called me to give me my phone. It was flat, it was a touch screen. I was like, whoa, it looked like a TV. You know what I did with that? Yeah, I watched porn for 6 weeks straight. Yeah, I watched porn for 6 weeks straight on that thing. Then I sold it because I couldn't pay the get no minutes. Yeah, my family had left me.
What about the losses? I know people experience losses in jail. You ever experience a fucked up loss you wish you would have been at home or something?
Yeah, man. I done lost family members while I was up in there, you know what I mean? I lost family members, I lost a lot of friends, man. Yeah, that hurt bad. One of my partners, man, Lil Miguel, he died while I was in prison, and me and him was together every day before I went to prison. You know what I'm saying? This is my partner, man. He tattooed right here. You know what I'm saying? On my arm, so he stayed right here next to me at all times. You know what I'm saying? Miguel died in a situation that couldn't nobody explain, saying somebody went in to rob him. But I know for sure, if I was out and he had his little old apartment, because we all lived with his moms, and we lived together, you know what I'm saying? We shared the room, shared the cover, half of his food. So I know for sure that I would have been there and he would have been alive and somebody else would have been unalive. Yeah, because I would have been in there, and you know, back then I'm thugging, 110%, you know what I'm saying? I got that fire, I'm gonna stay up all night and grind. If he was trapping out of his crib, I would have been in the living room, I would have been getting the door, because I didn't care what position I played at that time, period. You know what I'm saying? So if it would have been something unruly, I would have fired him up. Yeah, he would have been alive, man. I lost him, that messed me up. One of my other partners, Ducky, he got killed while I was in prison on one of my bids. Both of them died on the same bid, got killed on the same bill. Another one of my partners, Quincy, killed himself while I was doing that bid. My grandfather died on that bid. I experienced, I lost my bitch on that bid. Yeah, I lost my bitch on that bid too. Yeah, she had 3 motherfucking kids. Every time she got pregnant, she'll write me and tell me, I'm pregnant. What you telling me for? It ain't mine. You feel me?
Yeah, what's the process? What's the process going through your mind? Did you get it in the mail? Somebody coming to visit you, like, man, your people.
Yeah, I never got no visits, man. I never got no visits in prison on none of my bids except for my last bid.
But what I'm asking is how are you finding out your people ain't making it? You gotta wait till you come home?
Bro, I found, one thing, when somebody died that was in my family, my moms would call down to the unit. She didn't write me no letters, but she'd call down to the unit, then the chaplain would come knock on your door.
That's bad news.
That's the worst thing you want to have, is your chaplain, the prison chaplain, knocking at your door. Or the guard come down there and say, roll your door, when you come out, what's up? Hey, you got the chaplain wants you. You already know somebody dead.
That's his only job, don't you know?
No, he the chaplain, nigga, he the preacher.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he the preacher. He down there at the church. He saving souls is his job. You know what I'm saying?
Man, so when he come around, he like the Grim Reaper with the bad note.
Yeah, for sure. If he called you down there, phone call, somebody dead.
Man, that sucks.
Yeah, it's like a moment of silence on the pod when they say you got a chaplain call. Everybody go look at the mom. Like, man, I'm sorry about it, bro.
So everybody know what time.
Keep your head up when you going by. Keep your head up, bro. Yeah, in my mind, when they did that to me, I'm thinking I'm whooping you when I get back. I'm whooping you when I get back. You kind of big, I might stick you, nigga. You understand me? Yeah, that's how I was. Yeah,
you were taking it out.
I was really tripping, man. But yeah, I lost a lot of people in prison, man. You know what I'm saying? But you know, life goes on, man. What J-Dog say? Head up, chest out. Yeah. No doubt. Yeah, for sure.
What you caught up in them stories in that motherfucking man? A lot of niggas go to jail and get caught up in them stories.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you, right? I done prison time when I had never had nothing. When I was like a B-list hustler, you know what I'm saying? I was only making enough to pay my rent, put gas in my car, buy my little girl diapers and shoes, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't really having no real money. Yeah, I'm robbing people every day just to get by. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't living. I was just surviving. You get what I'm saying? So going to prison and living your life on a survival basis, now when you hear the stories that people be telling, you be like, dang, that nigga was having it. Oh my God, bro. You understand me? You know what I'm saying? So you can listen to that and they call it riding. going out into that world, be telling you all the stuff they did, but sometimes it don't add up. You not really realize, like my first bit, I didn't really realize. I'm just hearing boys talk about what they was having.
Yeah, everybody takes some bullshit.
But then, you know, you see them pictures, when you see them pictures, that's why when you got your partner who in jail and y'all been out here getting it, he be like, bro, send me some pictures, bro. Yeah, you think about it as minute, right? It's pictures, bro. Yeah, them club pictures, them pictures of him when he was dripping on Instagram. Yeah, when he every day to come out, yeah, he wanna pop it, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So when I'm listening to these stories, but then I see their pictures, bro, and yeah, they was doing real bad. I didn't know them because I had never really lived. You know what I'm saying? I just been out there surviving. I know that I get some little, I'm keeping $1,000-$2,000, you know what I'm saying? But it ain't nothing compared to what they talking about. So I used to hear them stories and I used to be like, yeah, I used to believe them. They used to be real believable, right? Then, fast forward, I done got out, I done got to the money on. You understand me? I've been really, really living. Not surviving, I've been living. I've been taking flights. You understand me? I've been dripping. I've been buying big jewelry. I got crazy cars. Now I can't really listen to none of that, bro. Like my last bit, you gotta think. I go from having $1 million, being a millionaire, having everything that everybody rapping about. You understand me? To going to prison, sit down in the cell around a whole bunch of people that, you know, people say don't think you better than people. You know, you're not supposed to. What they say? It say humble yourself, right? So I'm in there and I'm being humble because I wouldn't be around nobody like y'all. I'm hearing the stories you're telling. I know their lies. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I know that you're lying. You know what I'm saying? I know you ain't never touched no money. You know what I'm saying? And then a lot of people judge people by what they was doing in the world, from the stories they tell, and how the people take care of them in prison. I can never judge a man off of that, right? I can never judge a man off that because even if you got $1 million, you got to have somebody to send it to you. Your people will mess over you out in the world. They'll take your money and you won't have nothing. That's not to say that you wasn't having when you was out there, because a lot of people take care of themselves. They're not dependent on other people. Yeah, people be like them talking about their money. Bro, you ain't got no money. That's mama and mama taking half of her Social Security check to send you something. So yeah, so I don't believe the stories when I was in there this last time. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm really him. You know what I'm saying? Like Timothy. Yeah, that guy, you know what I'm saying? But then I was already known because I didn't understand the power of social media, YouTube. You know, I had already done the interviews and been on Real Life, Street Star, Dallas Global when it first started, all of these other little what's-calls, and I used to do the Montana ass spoken on Facebook. I didn't realize the reach that they have. So guards were telling me, hey bro, give Montana Max. Yeah, give Maxlife Montana. Hey man, I watch your segments on Facebook and Montana has spoken all the time. Bro, what are you here for? What did you do? Why are you here? You know, stuff like that. But yeah, I didn't really talk to nobody, bro. Because I feel like I was better than people. Yeah, I don't care what nobody say about don't think, but I'm better than a lot of people. Yeah.
Was you watching them soap operas down there?
No, man. I was on the ID unit. There's a sports TV and then there's a TV. I was on the black TV. Well, we had a black and a Mexican TV on Ferguson the last time I was there. So the Mexicans don't watch what they want to watch. You understand? You can either sit on a bench that ain't theirs and watch it, or you can watch sports all day. Because black TV don't be on sports, except for they used to watch a show called Animal Kingdom and something else. But I didn't really do that when I was in prison. I was on the phone because I wasn't broke. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm out here in the world. Yeah, I'm trying to make sure baby ain't getting them cheeks clapped. Everybody say they want to say, you call baby all day not because you want to talk about the past or what you going to do when you get out. You just want to make sure that she ain't doing nothing else. Yeah. Somebody, you want to talk to the kids? No, I want to talk to you, baby. Yeah. So I don't believe nobody's stories when they be in there. I mean, they adding up. You understand me? Yeah, but you know, you always run into real niggas that you can chop up game with, man.
We're gonna wrap this one up, gang. You wanna give a shout out to anybody or what?
Yeah, man, I wanna give a shout out to everybody, man, that I know this locked up, man. You know what I'm saying? If I ain't got around to you, know I'm gonna get around to you, man. If you got somebody that's locked up, reach out to them, man. If you care about them, let them know that you care about them, man. Hit them on the tablet, on JPay, send them an e-com, man. On Sunday, man, when you ain't doing nothing, you winding down, we gonna call it Send Something Sundays, man. Send your people out there something. I don't care if it's a 50 cents letter on JPay, man. Same way you text that broad, you can text your partner or your sister who locked up. You understand me? Same way you texting the old boy to see what he got going on day, little mom, you can text your brother or your cousin or your real man who locked up. You understand me? On Max, Send Something Sundays, man. Appreciate y'all for tapping in for the win. On Max.